สวัสดีค่ะ and welcome back to At Brian Site here on GBN Station. You're now with me, Konkanat Wishitpan, reporting to you all the latest news on Buddhism from around the world. Let us start with the ordination ceremony of the famous Bollywood actor Gagan Malik, followed by the repatriation of 1,200-year-old Buddha statue to India, the online Dharma school in South Korea, the Buddhist exhibition in New York, and lastly, news update on the Cambodian palm leaf manuscripts, which will be available free to global Buddhist community online. Bollywood actor Gagan Malik, who played Prince Siddhartha, entered monkhood at Wat That Tong with his monk name Asogo, meaning the one who is free of sadness. The well-known actor was ordained at the Buddhist temple in Thailand. He planned to stay in the monkhood for 15 days until February 24th. People close to him and fellow Buddhists who earlier visited India were present at the ordination ceremony. Before the ordination, the actor said although India was the origin of Buddhism, Buddhists in India form only 1 to 2% of the Indian population nowadays. He said he entered monkhood to study the code of conduct of Buddhists because he planned to later share the experience to Indian people. He didn't want to convert Indian people to Buddhism, but he only intended to bring Buddhism back to the homeland of Lord Buddha. Indian officials have received a Buddha statue that had gone missing more than 2 decades ago from its altar at one of the country's most important Buddhist pilgrimage sites, the Devachan Kudapar Temple in Bihar. The stone sculpture, a nearly 1,200-year-old Buddhist relics, was voluntarily surrendered by an Italian collector to the Consulate General of India in Milan. The statue depicts Buddha holding the stem of a blossoming lotus in his left hand, the Indian government said in a statement, with 2 female attendants below his feet. It was sculpted for the temple sometime between the 8th and 12th centuries. The temple is near Kukihar, a village where a trove of more than 220 bronzes were unearthed in an archaeological dig in 1930. Most of those sculptures are now held in the Patna Museum in Bihar. When it arrives in India, the sculpture will be sent to the Archaeological Survey of India in New Delhi for study. The stolen Buddha was tracked down by Kumar, a founder of the India Pride Project, a non-profit organization that works with the Indian government to retrieve looted artifacts, and Marinello, a lawyer who specializes in tracking down looters and stolen art. Jongdo Society, the international Buddhist community, founded by revered Korean Seon Zen master and social activist Venerable Pomnon Sunim, has announced the launch of an online incarnation of its Jongdo Dharma School study course. Venerable Pomnon Sunim, the guiding Dharma teacher of Jongdo Society, first opened Jongdo Dharma School in Korea some 31 years ago, and in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, Jongdo Society has created an English language online syllabus, Jongdo Dharma School, Introduction to Buddhism, which will be launched on 22nd March and is available to students of Buddhism all over the world. Jongdo Dharma School 22 weeks program will include all course materials and online tools, weekly online meetings and Dharma talks, and live interaction with group members and facilitators. The course content encompasses foundation modules on understanding the Buddhist core teachings, from original pre-sectarian Buddhism to modern Buddhism, as well as practical steps to bring the practice of the Buddha's Dharma into your own daily life. The Relic Art Gallery on the campus of Columbia University in New York is running an exhibition titled What is the Use of Buddhist Art? The exhibition, which began on 4th December 2021 and runs until 12 March, is intended to display the objects in their visual context, showing both their production and use. The display is thus sets apart from most art gallery and museum exhibitions, which focus only on the aesthetic dimensions of the exhibits. What is the Use of Buddhist Art is curated by D. Max Moorman, Professor of Ancient and Middle Eastern Cultures at Barnard College. According to Moorman, this exhibition is an opportunity to appreciate Buddhist spiritual and material culture in the context of practice and use, in rites of consecration and offering, visualization and protection, healing and fertility, and death and memorization. The exhibition website highlights the example of the votive stele dedicated by monk Zhuliang and dated to 548 CE in Eastern Wei Dynasty, China. The piece includes an inscription that identifies and celebrates the purpose of creating Buddhist objects and images. The inscription reads, "We build stupas to mark our devotion, and we create images to express our dedication to the order." The exhibition features many objects that are on public display for the first time. The collection, much of it have been acquired over the span of nearly 2 centuries, has largely been donated by Columbia University alumni and faculty. A Khmer Buddhist Foundation, a non-profit dedicated to preserving the culture of Khmer population, is proud to announce it has furnished over $1 million in grant funding to the Buddhist Digital Resource Center, BDRC, to source, preserve, restore, and digitize nearly 1.5 million pages of palm leaf manuscripts, the largest collection of Cambodian Buddhist palm leaf manuscripts in the world. The chief medium for Cambodian literature for hundreds of years has been the palm leaf manuscript. Given to their organic nature, the manuscripts are perishable and also vulnerable to insects and fire. To protect them from loss, scribes would literally recopy manuscripts, transmitting knowledge from generation to generation. To this day, palm leaf manuscripts are crucial sources for Buddhist rituals and teachings, and also the Khmer culture more broadly, including history, literature, astrology, and medicine. The new digital resource will not only help preserve a priceless record of Cambodian society and history, but it will also provide the modern readers access to a truth of Cambodian Buddhist literature. The website will also be valuable to scholars and monks, enabling them to continue the tradition of studying these older texts. The project's next step is to create additional content and videos, short documentaries that describe and explain the manuscripts, including their craftsmanship and traditions.
The foundation of our Buddhist teachings lies in the first teaching of the Buddha called Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. It has the very essence of Buddhist concept and how to achieve spiritual attainment. Anything that the Buddha taught was an elaboration and explanation of this sutta. There are 3 main aspects in this teaching. Number 1, the middle way, which can also be explained as moderate lifestyle or living a balanced life. Number 2, the Four Noble Truths, which is the nature of everyone's life. Number 3, it is the last part of the Four Noble Truths, which is called the Noble Eightfold Path. It is the 8th principle of how to attain supreme liberation or nirvana. The Eightfold Path is the 8th stepping stone to spiritual attainment. However, this Eightfold Path can also be applied on our daily basis and help us achieve worldly goals. These stones are comprised of the right view or mindset, the right thought or intention, the right speech, the right action, the right livelihood or lifestyle, the right effort, the right mindfulness, and the right concentration. They are working together and affect one another like a chain reaction. It starts from the right view or mindset. This part is about developing the view or mindset on the matter we want to achieve. For For example, if we want to be healthy, we need to have the right theory on how to be healthy, what diet we should have, what exercise we should do, or if we want to attain enlightenment, we need to be kind and generous while living our lives strictly based on the law of karma. Moreover, we also need to understand that every karma we do will not only affect this life, but also our future lives. Any mindset or theory that we have will become our intention, thought, or plan. We will start to plan everything out and set our mind into action. Everything that we do is the result of our thoughts. But if we start by having wrong theory, the action will not be right and the result will be negative. For example, if I believe that junk food is healthy, I will keep looking for junk food to eat and not paying attention to any other type of diet. As a result, my health will be jeopardized by my eating habit. If I do not have the goal of enlightenment as a mindset, I will definitely plan my life without regarding the spiritual aspect. It will be focused only on material or physical achievements. The thoughts we intend will become what we say, act, and our lifestyle. These actions will later affect result. However, we need to keep our mindfulness during these actions, even though they may be developed from the right thought or the right view. That is because we have old habits. We tend to act on impulse. If we want to change the result that happens to us, we need to be mindful of our action. The best way to be mindful of our verbal and physical action is to be disciplined. That is why discipline is the common basic practice of Buddhist life. Discipline is the course of conduct for our verbal and physical actions. It helps remind us of what we should and should not say or do. The right effort is the assessment on how we have been doing from the view that we have. Is there anything we should change? Is there anything we should keep doing? Is there anything we should do more? For example, I should evaluate my health and my weight after I have been observing the diet based on the view that I have. What I should eat more or less? Should I exercise more? Does this routine work out? Without the right effort, our development will not proceed any further. When we put our effort into anything, we will be mindful of our choices and actions. It helps us to be more focused on what we do and how we live. That is why the right mindfulness and the right concentration are the fruits of the right effort. When we are mindful, our mind will focus. When our mind is focused, we will understand the view or theory that we have much better and clearer. That mental clarity will lead us to the second cycle of the Eightfold Path. The more we keep going, the better we are at each aspect. If we want to start developing these Eightfold Paths, we should begin with meditation practice and obtaining more information on what we want to achieve. We need resources to produce knowledge. Meditation is the process of mental clarification. It helps us to summarize and construct understanding based on everything our mind perceives. Without meditation practice, our understanding will not be sharp. Our ideas will scatter everywhere. After we have all these ideas, discipline is what enforcing us on the path. The third factor is forbearance. Nothing is achieved easily in life. If we forbear and tolerate, the goal will be within our reach. This is the summary of the Eightfold Path and how to apply them in daily life. Everything begins with our mind. The clearer our mind is, the better we see. Therefore, meditate every day to sharpen our mind, and our journey on this Eightfold Path will be easily succeed.
It's time for us to say goodbye, and please make sure to check out all episodes of our At Bright Insight News program on our website, gbnus.com. Thank you for joining us, and see you again next week. สวัสดีค่ะ